Welcome back to episode 2, episode 2 at the Forney Museum of Transportation. I'm Justin, and this is Fireball's Garage. We have, on this one today, we have this beautiful 1913 Cadillac. And this car is just a phenomenal vehicle for the time. This car was brand new in 1913. This was a $2,000 car, which is equivalent to about $75,000 now. So this was a luxury automobile. And it had dual distributors, dual contacts. Had a starting contact and a regular running contact. It was quick, it was high horsepower. This was luxury. This was a car that you would buy and have your chauffeur drive you around in. This wasn't a car that you would buy and drive. Also for the 1913, it only still had rear brakes, but Cadillac in 1913 developed the expanding parking brake. So the parking brake would expand out to park the car. And the top speed on this car probably would have been about 45 miles an hour or so. It was just an absolute gorgeous piece of work. Body by Fisher, of course. But the engine is just marvelous. It is a side valve, 4-cylinder, 2 plugs per cylinder, updraft carburetor, and just a magnificent piece of art. And if you had a Cadillac, you were living the rich lifestyle. This was a rich man's car, especially 1913, when your yearly average salary was probably less than $1,000. This car was $2,000. So the normal person would have a hard time affording this. But it's just a magnificent car. And this one was restored in the mid-90s. So it's been completely overhauled. It runs, it drives. It's just phenomenal. I can't even get over this car because it's so beautiful. But on that note, this next car that I'm going to be talking about is a very amazing piece of history. This car that I'll be doing is very special and very historical. This car is Amelia Earhart's personal Kissel. A 1923 Kissel. And this was Amelia Earhart's personal car. And they have a picture of Amelia right here. And she ordered this car custom with the yellow and the black. And this was in the Speedster body. So this car is a phenomenal piece of history due to the provenance of Amelia Earhart. And it's just a beautiful, gorgeous car. This is actually a jump seat right here. They slide out on both sides. So it's a 2-seat roadster. But if you wanted to ride with Amelia and someone else, you'd have to sit right here. Put your feet up on your board right here and sit right here. So if you could imagine being in a high-performance car, riding shotgun like this, holding for dear life onto this, well, the Need for Speed Amelia Earhart is flying through your town. I don't know about that. That might be a kind of a wonky one to do. This one actually has had a cosmetic and full restoration done on it, but the restoration has been done identical to what the car looked like when she had it. Just a beautiful automobile, very prestigious. Kissel Car Company was one of the ones that came in late teens through the 1930s. I think 30. Well, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but Kissel was one that was kind of short-lived, and they were, they made several cars, several really cool, from a roadster body up to a touring sedan, up to a hardtop sedan. And as you can see here on the thing they have for it, here's Amelia Earhart in her car, in this car right here. And here she is in the car again. And this is what the car looked like when it was found. So it has had an amazing restoration done on it by the people of the Forney Museum. Just an amazingly beautiful Kissel. Again, very rare. I think Kissel only made maybe 6,000, 7,000 cars in their entire run. So it's an extremely rare car, but an extremely beautiful car. Just speechless on how beautiful this vehicle is. To see it in the video and then to see it in real life are two different things. Yeah, I can't describe how gorgeous this car is in person. Standing next to it and being able to talk about, you know, a very famous aviator, her personal car. And, you know, we'll never know the full mystery as to what happened to Amelia Earhart, but we do know where her pride and joy car is. And it's just great to see it sitting here and wonderful. So we'll go on with episode 3 here after this, and we'll see you guys again.